Hi everyone. My name is Jade Bullock and I'm a learning coach in the Sunwest School Division. And this little introductory video is to help you as a grade 2 science teacher make sense of the motion and position unit that is hosted on Moodle, on the course management system that Sunwest uses to deliver their distance learning courses. This year, Janaea Norrish from Outlook Elementary School and myself as a learning coach have been working on this unit together. And one of the ideas that we had to share was to share through the Moodle site, through a course that I call Science 2 Collaboration. And so I thought maybe a quick screencast to show you a little bit about the unit, show you a little bit about Moodle, might help you access the information. So right now we are just finishing up lesson 9 and 10 and just doing some final revisions to 8 as well, lesson 8. And so I haven't posted the entire unit plan on Moodle yet. I've instead posted individual lessons, and I'll walk you through that in a minute. But I thought today I would just show you what the whole unit plan will look like when you download the whole copy, if that's what you choose to do. It is 58 pages long, so it might seem like it's really big, but I want to walk you a little bit through the process that we went through to create this unit plan. So we did start in fall 2011, and we started with some planning, and the first thing that we did was use the SunWest unit plan template to identify some key questions and essential understandings. We went through and made a list of the skills, which we took from the verbs and the outcomes and the indicators. So we wanted to look at some of the skills that grade 2 students are asked to be able to show in grade 2 science class. And we talked a little bit about our assessment plan. How do we want to find out in advance what they know during the journey, during the course? How do we want to collect data on what they're learning in sort of that practice, and then final summative assessment. We talked, this is all at the beginning, different ways of differentiating, what resources and materials we're going to need, and so forth. So after that, we went through and unpacked our curriculum document, and we created I can statements for our outcomes, and that's what you'd see here, and then as well for each of our indicators. After we did the unpacking, we talked about how we could assess if students knew that particular indicator. How could we have students show what they know, in a sense? And so you'll see that is in there as well. And the same thing for outcome 2. The next thing we did was highlighted key vocabulary terms that the students would be expected to know, and we made word wall cards and included those in the lesson plan. After that, we started looking at the big picture of motion and position and the lessons. And in Janaea's classroom, she sets aside 30-minute lessons for science. So you'll see that that's what these lessons are based on. And we started just going through and deciding, what would our lessons look like, what order, and then you'll see that we've matched those lessons to outcomes and indicators, and we've also provided some assessment ideas as well. This part of which I call this my table of contents organizer, this part tells me what handouts, student handouts go with the lesson. And some of the teachers I work with basically put together a little booklet of all the handouts. They photocopy that at the beginning of the unit and put all of those together. So on the Moodle course, you're going to see that all the handouts will be together as one download in case you're interested in doing that as well. And then throughout the unit, we decided where did we want to put our summative assessments. And we decided that we wanted 3 summative assessments for the report card to match the outcomes. So we've sort of put those in throughout. So you would have 3, an introduction, and then 2 lessons, and then you follow up with the summative assessment 1, 2, and then 3. So we've kind of staggered them a little bit. So there is 3 opportunities for students to show what they know, and that would go on to the report card. So the individual lesson plans look like this. And you'll see that all of them have at the beginning the purpose of the lesson, we've included curricular connections, materials, and then fairly detailed instructions that hopefully will allow you to walk through that lesson plan and understand the intent that Janae and I had when we were doing the planning. And we've included some ideas for differentiating for the different learners in your classroom. And then sometimes we've been able to give you some resources. So for example, on this one, we're starting out with Tony Steed's RAN chart. And if that's new to you, we've included a chart in there and some examples from classrooms in the school division. For the student handouts, we put a text box at the top so you know it's a student handout, and try to keep the fonts big and spacing big for grade 2s to have lots of room to do their writing and representing. So this is lesson 1. Again, the purpose, the curricular connections, instructions. And you'll see here with the materials that there's a Smartboard lesson included. And that is also going to be linked on the Moodle site. If you're a teacher that doesn't have a Smartboard in his or her classroom, or you teach in a school without technology, then what we've done with the Smartboard lessons is open those up and save them as PDFs for you. If you do come across one that's not done, I think I've gone through and checked, but make sure that you let me know and we can get those up there for you. So we're trying to provide some resources for teachers who don't have access to technology as well. And we've also provided from time to time different ways that you could extend the learning with students in your classroom who might be really excited about learning more about this topic. And any supplies that you need that are paper-based, we've tried to include those for you as well. So if I just scroll down a little bit here, you'll see that we've included some assessment as well for you, and summative assessment. On all of the 3 summative assessments, you'll see a rubric has been included, some instructions for you as a teacher to use, and then also in this case a running record for you to be able to record student responses. And again, another part 2 of that, a summative assessment, and then the 5-point rubric. So I'm just going to scroll down here very quickly to, that's where I wanted it. The nice thing about this particular unit is that Janae and I have been doing some planning, and then she's gone into the classroom and tried it out with her students, and then we've gone back and done the editing and changing if we needed to. If they needed extra instruction, we've gone back and made some changes. But what's been really exciting for me is the opportunity to bring in some exemplars for you so you can actually see what students in Janae's classroom have done with this unit. So you'll see those in there from time to time as well. So it's quite exciting. I just want to take you into the Moodle course itself. If you're not familiar with Moodle, you're going to want to go to cms.sunwestsd.ca/Moodle, and there's no www there. CMS stands for Course Management System, and a Moodle course is sort of like a filing cabinet. And in the Moodle course, Science to Collaboration, you'll see that we have a filing cabinet for this particular unit, the physical science, motion and position. And you're going to see that each one of these links you to a new page. So like I said, the unit plan isn't up at this point. It will be soon. And in the meantime, what I've done is just provided each lesson as a separate link. So later on, you'll be able to access the entire unit. At this point, you have to basically access the lessons individually. So let me just give you an idea here. Lesson 1 tells you the purpose and the curricular connections, and you'll see then these are all links to, this is the lesson plan, this is the Smartboard lesson. This is a big one because there's an embedded video file, so I had to break it up into 2, and there's that Smartboard again in PDF format. So you'll see that that's how the Moodle course works for every one of the lessons that we have. So we hope that you find that easy. If you do have any trouble getting onto Moodle, you can certainly email me directly or email your learning coach, or your lead teacher should be able to help you out in your school on getting into Moodle. You will have to create an account, and then you can access this course. There will be an enrollment key, and To be honest, I can't remember. I think it's Science 2, but if you get there and it's not Science 2, send me an email. I think I'm going to go in and just double check that Science 2, all lowercase letters. So that gives you a little bit of an introduction into Moodle, a little bit introduction into uh, the unit plan itself. If you have suggestions, ideas of how you've changed it, there's a place here on the Moodle called Coffee Row where you can submit your ideas there, or you can email me directly or email your learning coach, and we'd love to add your ideas to this unit or any other unit. You'll see that we're going to be um, hoping to put all of the units up eventually in Science here for you to access. So good luck with the unit. I hope you enjoyed the motion and position, and good luck with Moodle.